Hey everyone, and a huge welcome to all our new staff. I'm your guide for today's explainer, where we're going to be exploring your brand new digital home, the Oneness ERP system, version 2.1. Whether you're stepping into a classroom as a teacher or you're coordinating across campuses as an administrator, this system is literally designed to be the central nervous system of your entire workday. So, grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's get you set up for success.
Now, before we get into the nuts and bolts of the system, let's talk about why we're actually all here. Let me ask you, are you tired of lost paper leave slips? Have you ever had to retype a student's attendance like 4 different times before it finally reached a parent? Or maybe you've experienced the sheer chaos of incident reports being whispered through back channels and messy line group chats. Well, you can officially say goodbye to all of that. The Oneness ERP completely replaces those chaotic, paper-heavy routines with a single, streamlined digital system where things like attendance, grading, and leave just flow automatically right to the people who need them.
All right, so here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the welcome to your dashboard, walk through a teacher's daily routine, cover workflows for leave and incidents, look at the administrator's global view, and then wrap it all up with troubleshooting common system errors.
Okay, Section 1. Welcome to your dashboard, setting up your digital workspace.
So, the core rule that the ERP enforces harder than anything else is called campus scope. To strictly protect data privacy, if you're a teacher, a principal, or a teaching assistant, you have a scoped view. This simply means you'll see a badge in your top bar displaying your specific campus, and the system physically prevents you from accessing any data from other campuses. Makes sense, right? On the flip side, if you're an administrator in HR or the CEO, you have a global view. You're going to see a drop-down filter that lets you smoothly switch between the Nonthaburi, Pathumthani, and Nakon Pathom campuses so you can oversee the whole organization.
The absolutely crucial point here is that your dashboard is entirely tailored to your specific job. When you log in, you'll see a collapsible sidebar over on the left. If you're working on a smaller laptop screen, you can just click the little hamburger icon to shrink it down to just the icons and save some space. Up in the top right, you've got your notification bell. A little orange badge will pop up there when you have an alert, like, say, a leave approval or a new message. You'll also see tabs specifically for your role, like your message board and your leave request portals. It's everything you need and nothing you don't.
Okay, here's a really quick, actionable tip for your very first day. Bookmark your dashboard URL. Every role has a default landing page. If you're a teacher, bookmark /teacher. If you're an administrator, bookmark /administrator. By doing this in Chrome or Safari, you can seamlessly bypass all those extra clicks every single morning and just jump straight into your main view. Easy.
Moving right along to Section 2, a teacher's daily routine. Your day in the ERP.
Let's walk through what a typical day actually looks like. In the morning, you actually don't need to clock yourself in. The school recently moved away from biometric scanners, so your head of department or your principal will manually clock you in on the system when you arrive. Then, come midday, you'll open up your dashboard to mark your end-of-subject attendance. Now, this is absolutely vital because marking it here automatically notifies the parents. Finally, in the afternoon, you might use the system to submit your personal learning profile, your PLP, directly to your HOD for review. It's a super clean, linear, and completely paperless day.
All right, Section 3. Workflows, leave and incidents, handling requests and reports. Okay, let's dive right into the leave request chain. It is a really simple, transparent 4-step process. First up, the teacher files the request right there on their dashboard, picking the dates and the reason. Second, the head of department gets a notification to approve it. Third, it bumps up to the principal. And fourth, the academic coordinator gives the final sign-off. But what's really fantastic here is that human resources is automatically CC'd on the notification at every single stage. HR doesn't actually have to approve it, but this keeps their staffing records perfectly current without anyone having to run a physical slip of paper across the campus.
Now let's talk about incident reporting. The ERP defines this as the secure, centralized channel for logging any safeguarding issues, conflicts, or policy concerns. If you see something that needs to be officially raised, you file it right here. It goes straight to HR for confidential triage. They can then decide whether to investigate it internally, dismiss it, or escalate it up to campus leadership. I really want to pause here for a second because this is incredibly important for your peace of mind. The system utilizes a strict masking feature. If you file an incident report, your identity is completely hidden from everyone except HR. If HR escalates your report up to the principal will literally just see the words confidential reporter on their screen. It is an entirely safe, secure way to raise concerns.
On to Section 4,
The administrator's global view, overseeing the whole school. So if you're in an administrator role, your dashboard uses that global scope we talked about earlier to manage operations that span the whole organization. Right from your sidebar, you can track student enrollment pipelines across all 3 campuses to see exactly where the numbers are at. You can log facility maintenance tickets, you can seamlessly upload and verify compliance documents, and you can escalate high-level operational issues directly to the super admin inbox. Basically, it gives you complete command and control over the physical and administrative health of the school.
And finally, Section 5, troubleshooting common system errors. Consider this your digital safety net. Picture this. It's Tuesday morning, you go to log in, and your screen just flashes 523 error. What on earth is that, and should you panic?
Absolutely do not panic. A 523 error simply means origin unreachable. In plain English, it usually just means our IT team is quickly restarting the API server, or they're right in the middle of deploying a new update. The fix is super simple. Just wait 30 seconds and refresh your browser. I promise you, 9 times out of 10, the system will pop right back up.
Okay, here's another super common one. What if you're trying to log in from a brand new laptop? You're waiting for your one-time password, your OTP, to verify your device, and the email just isn't showing up. Or worse, what if you're suddenly logged out right in the middle of the day?
First things first, always check your spam folder for that OTP email. It gets sent straight to your official @oneness.ac.th address. Once you enter it, remember that your device is trusted for 30 days, so you won't have to do the whole song and dance every morning. If you are suddenly logged out, check the top of your screen for a banner. The system actually mandates a password rotation every 90 days. If you hit day 91, you're going to be locked out until you reset it. And finally, if you see an orange banner saying your role is disabled, just shoot a quick message to the superadmin. It usually just means an account setting needs a quick refresh. The point is, you are never stranded.
Well, we've covered a whole lot of ground today, from navigating your role-specific dashboard all the way to understanding the workflows that really keep the school running smoothly. But I want to leave you with one final thought to ponder as you start your journey here. The school's motto is sitting right at the very bottom of your login screen, cultivating wholeness with every child. Now that you finally have the tools to ditch the endless paperwork, the lost leave slips, and all that manual data entry, how are you going to use that extra time and energy to truly cultivate wholeness with your students? Welcome to the team. Welcome to the Oneness ERP, and seriously, have a fantastic first week.